Harriet Tubman being removed from the National Parks website, Park Services website. They just returned it back. They just went ahead and reversed everything that they did, and now Harriet Tubman's image, as well as her famous quote, is back on their website. So gotta give credit where it's due. I personally think they got caught and called out, so they just had to go ahead and reverse it. So now what they're saying is the agency is that this was done without approval from top leadership, right? So this thing was removed and nobody knew about it. Like it was like something that just happened. So the image originally contained like a large picture of Harriet Tubman, as well as her quote about being a conductor in the Underground Railroad and her contribution, her experiences. And for some odd reason, it just all disappeared, right? But it was a screen grab that was made by a website called the Wayback Machine that showed the difference between the updated version without Harriet Tubman on it and the older version that had everything on it. And this is what kind of prompted this story. So the Washington Post first reported on this on Sunday, and it prompted backlash from historians and educators. And when asked about the restoration of Tubman's image and quote to the page, the National Park Services told their spokesperson told CNN changes to the Underground Railroad page on the National Park Services website were made without approval from NPS leadership nor department leadership. The web page was immediately restored to its original content. The updated version without Tubman's quote or image had been live since at least at least by February 21st it was. And this is what the Wayback Machine was showing. The recent reduction of Tubman's presence on the webpage is coming after several other prominent changes to the government website as the Trump's administration, enacted a sweeping anti-DEI agenda, incurred criticism from some who said the changes minimize Tubman's crucial contributions to the Underground Railroad. The abolitionist is credited with helping free scores of enslaved people during the Civil War period. One historian, now forgive me if I messed up this last name, this is Fergus Bordwich, had called the edits both offensive and absurd. Before the page was reverted Monday afternoon, the NPS spokesperson defended the changes, telling CNN the idea that a couple web edits somehow invalidated the National Park Service's commitment to telling complex and challenging historical narratives is completely false. The spokesperson highlighted the two national historical parks named for Tubman. The National Park Services recognize Harriet Tubman as the Underground Railroad's best-known conductor, and we celebrate her as a deeply spiritual woman who lived her ideals and dedicated her life to freedom. And like I said, I think they just got caught and called out on it. This has been done since mid-February, and nobody knew about it. Is beyond me. They said there is a separate National Park Service page dedicated to Tubman, who was born into slavery, as we know, in Maryland before fleeing to Philadelphia. She returned to Maryland over a dozen times to help free other slaves, guiding them through the Underground Railroad, a secret network of routes and safe houses. The Park Service's webpage on Tubman does not seem to have been changed since January 28th of this year. So again, guys, it's an update. I think that when it became a big issue, before it became a big issue, when it was about to be big, because it's just happened yesterday and they changed it today. So now you see, that this is pretty much something that they might have did and thought we can just sneak it in. Just like I said in the previous video, we can just sneak this in and nobody will notice it. But applaud those that did. Those at the Wayback Machine website who did the comparisons of the two websites, both now and then, from January to February, to show you how things were different and making that public so that everybody can see it and make noise about it. Once again, guys, that was just a quick turnaround. I'm just going to to say, like, I really applaud them for actually putting that out there. And again, please get that library up. This stuff happens. Now, if nobody said anything, this would have just kept rocking. So again, it's Carl Girard from the Only One Mic podcast. Please hit those like, share, subscribes. Let's get the subs up if you like this content. All right. Peace.